3, 4, 5 times a day they're calling. They want the same thing. They want money, and they're not nice about it. They tell you that they're going to send the sheriff out for you. They tell you a lot of things, and it's pretty scary. What do you do in that situation? Well, in just a moment, I'll tell you. No one likes to get phone calls frequently during the day asking for money. But with the pandemic, with people who have lost their jobs, with people who may have even lost their careers because of this nasty pandemic, it's going to happen. In fact, the collections industry is going to boom, and any kind of economic downfall provides lots of opportunity for people whose job it is to collect money from others. The tactics that they use can sometimes be pretty unsettling and pretty scary. I had a lady call me once and tell me that the collector told her that he was going to send the sheriff out for her. Now, she interpreted that to mean that the sheriff was going to come and arrest her. I explained that the sheriff would be the one who delivered a summons if indeed the bill collector decided to sue. But he wouldn't be coming there to arrest her because having a debt and not paying it is not illegal. It's not a criminal act. It's simply a civil matter and not anything to worry about going to jail for. Economic hard times hit everybody. Sooner or later, everybody has a problem that basically puts them in financial hot water. For many of us, it happens when we're young and unable to manage our credit. And for others, it happens when there's a medical expense that we don't expect that forces us into a situation where we have to make tough decisions about who gets paid and who doesn't. Sometimes that results in collection actions. Now, I watched a video today that I consider to be terrible advice about collection actions. And one of the things that was said in that video was that you should simply deny that you are the person that they're calling. That doesn't work. Sooner or later, they're going to figure out if they dialed your phone number that, hey, it's you. So it's very important instead to get good legal advice about collections. Now, there are a number of things in the law that are designed to protect you. First, the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act guarantees that somebody who tries to collect a debt from you has to follow certain rules. They can't call you at midnight. They can't call your boss. They can't threaten you with arrest. And yes, I've seen all of these things happen. All of these things are unlawful, and they can subject the collection agency to fines and perhaps even civil money penalties. There are mechanisms in the law to deal with people who act as collectors and who break the law while they do it. But here's another little secret that a lot of times people are not aware of, and that is that often these collection agencies try to collect debt that you no longer owe. So they try little tricks to get you to revalidate the debt. Under the statute of limitations in most states, when the time for the statute of limitation runs, you can't successfully be sued on that debt. So one of two things happens. Either they call you and say, look, we could just forget about this. If we could just get back, if you could just send us $15 as a show of good faith. What they don't tell you is that when you send that $15 show of good faith, it restarts the statute of limitations. So that's a bad outcome for you. The other thing that happens is they file a lawsuit and they expect you not to come and answer it. And if you don't answer that lawsuit, even though the statute of limitations is well past, sometimes they can get a default judgment against you and go garnish your bank account. So you don't want that to happen. That's why if you get sued, you need to talk to an attorney. And if you are harassed by a debtor, go to the Federal Trade Commission website. On the Federal Trade Commission website, you can find information about the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. and all of the rights you have under that act. In addition, if you believe that somebody is harassing you over debt, you can go talk to an attorney, and an attorney can either get an injunction to stop that, or he can file a lawsuit and obtain money damages from that collection agency if they're indeed violating the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. Finally, one important note. Just because you have financial difficulties doesn't make you a bad person. It means you had bad luck. It means you had bad outcomes. But it's not a statement of your worth. You have every right to be treated with dignity by anybody who wants to be paid. And so, if indeed the situation is so bad that you don't think you can make this work out, then you need to see a bankruptcy lawyer. Bankruptcy is designed to help you. It's designed to give you breathing room and a fresh start. And there are multiple things that can be done in bankruptcy to give you that breathing room and that fresh start. And eventually, even though it goes bad on your credit at the time, allow you to dig your way out of financial trouble. If you found this information helpful or useful, I hope you will mash on the subscribe button and click the like icon. And if you would do that and click the notification bell, you can be notified anytime I post a video here that you find that you may find helpful. Thank you for watching, and have a terrific day.